game. It's a rich thing.
Hello guys, today in this video, we are going to help you to find out the best gaming mouse in market. I made this list based on my personal opinion and I tried to list them based on their quality, durability, customer review and more. If you want to see their price and find out more information about them, you can check our links in the description below. Number 10. Logitech G Pro X Superlight. The Logitech G Pro X Superlight takes the popular Logitech G Pro wireless and shaves off 17 grams. You'd hardly tell it by looking at the Pro X Superlight, though. It looks near identical to the G Pro wireless with the exact same hallmarks of the popular and simplistic gaming mouse. The outer shell is fairly pronounced near the palm, which adds that little extra support compared to sleeker mouse models, and there's the slightest touch of contouring on the primary mouse buttons and beneath where your thumb and pinky sit. All in all, it's a fairly restrained design by modern mouse standards. The Logitech Superlight has seen some major changes in order to meet its stringent weight requirements, however. It has to in order to compete with its lightweight wireless competitors. Even many of the best wired lightweight mice for that matter. Number 9. SteelSeries Prime Wireless Pro. It's fascinating how much the new SteelSeries Prime Wireless gaming mouse reminds me of the Razer Viper Ultimate, opens in new tab. It's a no-frills, high-performance machine designed to meld with your palm and make you the FPS god you always dreamed of being. The Prime Wireless immediately felt like it was designed just for my particular hand. SteelSeries says they worked with several esports pros to develop the right shape and weight that feels like an extension of your arm. For once, the product lives up to the hype. The Prime Wireless is designed for right-handers, particularly claw and fingertip grippers. The whole mouse seems to gently slope towards the right so that it cradles in your palm for a comfortable grip. Number 8. Logitech G203 Lightsyn. If you find the Logitech G203 Lightsyn familiar, you're not the only one. This mouse may be tipped as a fairly recent arrival, but it is almost functionally identical to the G203 prodigy that preceded it. The G203 Lightsyn sits within a hotly contended category of budget-conscious gaming mice. Most of all, it faces stern competition from Razer, whose lineup at this price, or thereabouts, now includes the DeathAdder Essential, Basilisk Essential, and Viper Mini. However, the G203 Lightsyn has enough about it to stand its own. Its no-nonsense design packs the bare essentials, and it builds upon that slight flair for the aesthetic that you won't find quite so pronounced anywhere else. The G203 Lightsyn is a wired mouse, it's lightspeed that you're looking for if you're after a wireless rodent. Number 7. Razer DeathAdder V2. The Razer DeathAdder V2 improves on everything we love about the DeathAdder Elite, itself one of the best gaming mice, and one that has been around since 2016 in various forms. The most obvious improvement is the Focus Plus optical sensor, the same one used in the excellent Razer Viper Ultimate Wireless, opens in new tab. I'll go into it in a second, but I was more impressed by the more subtle changes Razer has made for the V2. The first is the scroll wheel. Razer has a ridiculous name for the new design, instinctive scroll wheel tactility, but the results are perfect. It's exactly the right tightness. It spins smoothly, but you can still feel every notch of the turn, so you won't accidentally scroll too many times. The fact Razer is using a new wire, with an equally ridiculous name, SpeedFlex cable, also sounds insignificant, but turns out to be a big deal. Number 6. SteelSeries Sensei 10. Fancy lights and modular parts are nice, but at the end of the day, the worth of a mouse is measured by its ability to shred. The SteelSeries Sensei 10 is the quintessential example of a competitive gaming mouse, a no-frills device with a timeless ambidextrous design that is designed purely with performance in mind. This 10th iteration of the Sensei series uses the same classic design as its predecessors with a soft matte finish and esports-minded performance. At $70, the Sensei 10 has been the weapon of choice for some of the greatest esports players in the world. If you don't mind using a wired mouse that's god tier in performance but lacking in features, you can't go wrong with this classic. The engine inside the Sensei 10 is a TrueMove Pro optical sensor that tracks movements at up to 18,000 dpi at a 1000 Hz per millisecond polling rate. The Sensei 10 is a competitive gaming mouse built for lasting performance and durability. Number 5. Corsair Symmet RGB Elite. Quantity doesn't have to mean sacrificing quality. The Corsair Symmet RGB Elite is a mouse that is designed with MMO and MOBA players in mind. That means it comes with a 12-button side keypad, bringing it to 17 programmable buttons in total. The Symmet RGB Elite is big and heavy. At 6.9 by 4.5 by 3.1 inches and 9.6 ounces, this mouse is for palm grippers and arm aimers. That weight could be a hindrance or an asset, depending on your playstyle. Arm aimers will find that the Symmet RGB Elite is also a surprisingly serviceable FPS mouse. You'll also have to fuss around with Corsair's ICUE software to make the mouse worth its $80 price tag. But if you're an elbow-twisting macro enthusiast that enjoys the occasional Apex Legends match in between your mythic raids, the Symmet RGB Elite could fill your niche. Number 4. Razer Viper 8K. Razer's Viper 8K mouse is easy to recommend for one simple reason: it improves upon its already excellent predecessor without raising the price. With the 8K model, you get a solid array of specs and features, including a responsive focus plus sensor, up to 20K DPI, optical triggers, a class-leading polling rate, and an ambidextrous design. Does the Viper swallow its competition whole? In many regards, yes. It has a universal design that will be comfortable for left and right-handed users, no matter how small or large their digits are. The enhanced Focus Plus sensor is responsive and accurate, and the optical triggers have a satisfying snap to them. Moreover, the attention-grabbing feature and 8000 Hz polling rate will reassure esports gamers that they're getting the most responsive feedback, even if most users don't notice the difference. Number 3. SteelSeries Rival 3. Everybody's gotta start somewhere. If you're a fledgling PC gamer, someone looking for a reliable backup mouse, or simply a budget-conscious player, the SteelSeries Rival 3 is a worthy choice. At just $30, the Rival 3 is cheaper than an Xbox One controller or a PlayStation DualShock 4 and less than half the price of its big brother, the SteelSeries Sensei 10. But while the Rival 3 is a great mouse in its own right, the low price point means fewer features. A braided cable and some adjustable weights would have been nice, but at $30, it's a fantastic value. Despite that, we were struck by how premium the Rival 3 looked and felt after touching its smooth body. It might not have the soft touch finish of the Sensei 10, but the Rival 3's minimalist shape combines with tasteful RGB lighting to create an aesthetic that's every bit as attractive as more expensive models. Number 2. Razer Basilisk Ultimate. What do you get for the gamer who has everything? Probably the Razer Basilisk Ultimate. With a silky wireless connection, pixel-perfect precision, adjustable scroll wheel, and Razer's renowned Synapse software, the Basilisk Ultimate has firmly established itself as an apex predator in the PC gaming jungle. This is the cream of the crop. So how much is this bad boy going to set you back? A meaty $169. This is a mouse that offers all the competitive edges of a model like the SteelSeries Sensei 10 but with far more pomp and glamour. It's good to be the king, but it certainly ain't cheap. The Basilisk Ultimate, along with the rest of Razer's recently unveiled mice, has an edge in performance over the competition, thanks to its hardware. Its optical switches use an infrared light beam to register a click, which gives the mouse a response time of 0.2 milliseconds. Number 1. Razer Basilisk V3. Looking for an excellent gaming mouse that won't break the bank? For just $69, you can pick up the Razer Basilisk V3, a feature-filled gaming mouse with all of the latest tech. This baby features speedy performance thanks to its new 26K DPI sensor, a comfortable design and a smart scroll wheel that lets you spin your heart away. The only flaw is that the ring and pinky rest could be bigger to create a more comfortable grip. Apart from that quibble, the Razer Basilisk V3 is easily the best gaming mouse in Razer's lineup. Create, control, and champion your playstyle with the new Razer Basilisk V3, the quintessential ergonomic gaming mouse for customized performance. With 10+1 programmable buttons, a dual-mode tilt scroll wheel, and a heavy dose of Razer Chroma RGB, it's time to light up the competition your way.